coach seems going to be moving on.
There it is. Oh, we playing them Miami. Let's go. Oh, we playing them Miami. Let's go.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the right here. Get some space around the 30. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, that's a beautiful run here for the first down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. Just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
And they'll go right back to him on first down.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Crucial third down play right here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will have to kick this away. That's the first punt of the afternoon for this offense. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground here. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, help them just get 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They're trying to run it with the option. Fights off the defender. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
1st and 10 play coming up. Ball handed off. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a 1st down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
Running with purpose. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position. Were able to stop that reverse in its track.
Here's the 2nd down play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, and he can't hang on for the little screen pass there, and that's going to bring up 3rd.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the ball at midfield, and now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage. The defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Extending the play now. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? First down play call. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, drops back. Running out of time in the pocket. He's swarmed by the defense. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? The quarterback keeps it on the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Now here comes the flea flicker. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. The Buckeyes will bring their punt team onto the field. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
We'll hand it off. Offense stopped behind the line. A big play by the defense to wrap up the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on 3rd down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. Tiny space at the 20. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Gators look to keep this drive moving. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. And they'll run it with the draw play. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. Knocks that one right through. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. He'll hand it off. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. And the tailback's got it again. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. And the punt coverage team able to touch it, so no return on the play.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Had to reluctantly settle for a field goal last time out. Really want to find the end zone here. They're going to run it here. That run moves the ball to the 13-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The ball is picked off. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Caught near the goal line. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
Now they get set to kick it away. Returner looking to make a play here. Returner tackle right there. That's where they'll start the drive. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They're going to run it. Second down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
Bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
And the Ohio State offense will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab made by the tight end. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And there's the handoff. Running with purpose.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Again, makes it 2nd and medium. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game. important third down attempt for this offense. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. The Buckeyes looking to keep this drive rolling. It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around and catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down. Looking to throw the football. They pressure him and get him. Couldn't get a throw away, and that'll be the final play of the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Gators offense retakes the field. Play action here on first down. Pressure is coming. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
Second down after that previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's got some room and some blockers here. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. And the interception taken to the house, a pick six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Florida offense retakes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Third down just outside the end zone, looking to throw it again. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. And he's able to get the boot away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Third down after that running play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert. And you keep working that clock.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's past the marker and still going. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
He's got it near the end zone. Gets out of bounds. It's a short gain on the play.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down that was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. It's an option look. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. The Buckeyes hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He's swarmed by the defense. Coming up, second down and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. Another handoff to him on second and goal. He goes nowhere. Back-to-back stops by this defense.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
You get nothing on second down. Sets up a third and goal from the two. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he'll be brought down.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on third and goal. It brings us to fourth and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. And that one's straight down the middle. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
After adding to an already big lead, they'll kick it away here and just try to close the game out. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And they've got him back at the 4-yard line. Great coverage. Bad decision to bring it out. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Breaks loose at the 15. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, that gain will give them some breathing room. What a good job of being able to get them out of that hole. They're inside their own 5-yard line. And on the other hand, the defense, what a missed opportunity. You had them pinned back, a chance to really, at the very least, affect field position. And now you give up a big gain like this.
Ohio State 24, Florida 3.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. With the catch, it's Davis. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field
position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
That's a great way to start this drive after taking over in really good field position, working with the lead. Chance here for a knockout punch.
Buckeyes trying to cash in here in the red zone. Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for a 3rd and 7. An inside give now from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Gators offense retakes the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. And they'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Breaking free at the 35. They break him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. And the Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. And he's brought down, a sack for the defense coming up big on this 4th down play.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The game makes him 2nd and medium. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Going for a big play downfield. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Can he take it all the way? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin from their 47. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the right side. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Now it's 2nd down here. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. In the clear at the 25. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. The back's got it. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.